so much for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah. So Brad, you do stuff at NerdMelt.
I do stuff at the NerdMelt theater. Some people might not know. There's a theater at the back of Meltdown Comics on Sunset Boulevard, owned by Chris Hardwick. And I have been doing shows there for 4 years. One of them is Sketch Melt, it's a monthly sketch show. And then the other one's our stand-up show, The Last Comedy Show.
How long have those shows been going on, you said?
Sketch Melt for 3 years, Last Comedy Show for 6 months.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. It's a cool spot. It's a nice small room, and you can always just call them nerds and they'll laugh.
Yeah. That's super cool. So you just got finished doing a web series called Rough Day.
I did.
We actually have a clip of it. Do you mind if we watch the teaser real quick? You guys want to see a teaser? So tell us, what is Rough Day?
So Rough Day is, I don't know if you guys know, if you know about that movie Falling Down with Michael Douglas.
Sure, yeah.
So it's a parody and an update of that, where it's like an old-fashioned guy at the end of his rope goes on a moral rampage against like annoying millennials in Los Angeles. So like a vape shop owner, a Lyft driver who has a million jobs, a no-budget film crew who's like asking them to get out of their shop, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Where did this idea come from? Where did you guys come up with this?
I was just wearing glasses and a shirt, and my friend Drew, who co-wrote it with me, said, "Hey, you look like Michael Douglas. We should make." It's that easy. But yeah, Anna was executive producer on it, and she's in it as one of the cops.
My name is Mahjong Lee. Brad's not racist, don't
No. You need to know which one's Asian by their name.
You're like, who am I playing in this? Is it the Dan? Is it Sarah? Oh, it's Mahjong. Okay.
And I'm dating him. Yeah, I heard that the shoot was a little bit meta.
Yeah, well, we wanted to make fun of ourselves a little bit, so we shot it for a very low budget, and we were shooting in stealing locations all around LA. And our second episode is about this independent film crew, and I'm listing the problems I have with independent web series production, where it's always a bunch of dudes, it's always a bunch of white guys who are stealing locations and they're really bad crafty, and that was just true about our series while we were making it.
So it's all white guys stealing locations with bad crafty?
Yep.
That was their crafty that was actually filmed.
You're just messing with your own crafty. You're like, all those goldfish are gone now.
Makes you feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we know we're shitty.
You make commentary on it, it's not as bad.
Exactly.
Yeah, I always make fun of myself first, and you can't make fun of me.
Exactly.
Or you can, but it's more as bad.
Doesn't stop me from doing it. Sorry, buddy.
It's true. It's pretty true. And you just got, you shot Miss Earth.
Yeah, that's a pilot I made like a year ago. It's a sci-fi comedy, and New Form Digital, which is Ron Howard and Brian Grazer's company, actually sold it to Verizon, so we are in pre-production for the series now.
Nice.
We actually have a teaser for that as well. Do you mind if we just play it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, check that out.
Your testing are incredible.
I was about to say,
who
is your editor?
Actually, I'm like really good friends with the guy who used to be Spielberg's right-hand man in making like aliens and props and stuff. He's like this very old guy who's like taken me under his wing. And so anytime I want to have like baby aliens made, I'm like, can you paint me like a skeleton? He's like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah, sure, whatever, I'm free. Paint you like a skeleton. I love that.
Yeah.
It's a good friend to have.
Oh yeah.
He made a baby for a short about how every woman on Earth gets pregnant, and it's like this little alien baby.
Yeah, and it was like dancing, so he would like radio control it, so it would like smile and dance and play guitar. It's crazy.
So this is, you actually shot several of these and then it got picked up later.
Yeah, this was the short, so I made the short and then New Form basically took it and like shopped it around and Verizon picked it up. So we'll be doing a 2-hour series total, which will premiere next year.
Oh my god.
Brad was in that as well, right?
Yeah.
Was
Which
that
one
the
were you?
project you guys met on during?
No, we
met
met.
on Sketch Melt.
Yeah, we met at the NerdMelt show, but that was the first thing we worked on together.
You guys were saying earlier that shooting Miss Earth was a little bit of a growing period for both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that it was hard.
Yeah, I lost a lot of friends doing it because it was like the largest project that I'd ever done, and one of my DOs sue me for like $10,000
Whoa.
unless I paid him for Instagram photos that I took on my own set. So it was a really interesting learning process, because on the day of, like the very last day, he just like got into a screaming match with me. And it's when Brad and I were like first dating, and he like came to visit me, so Brad's just like quietly helping pack up on the side as we're like arguing, so it's pretty crazy.
So it's kind of trial by fire for the first like month of your relationship.
Yeah.
What a great way to start a relationship.
It was intense.
Yeah, you guys
Yeah.
see me be
I
mad.
know. And yell.
And now it's just every day
And now
for
it's just
you.
at me. Yeah.
It's much better this way.
Yeah.
Pointed to you. That's super, super cool. So, you were saying earlier that you got to do a thing where you were a superhero?
Yeah, I did Stanley built like this big superhero set at the YouTube space in Marina Del Rey, and I got to shoot on it. But if you've never worn like a cat suit before,
I haven't.
I have.
you should.
Oh,
It's
right.
very comfortable,
Yeah.
but
It's not made
For
out
her.
of cats.
It's not?
It's not made
Then I'm
out
out.
of
Then I'm
cats.
out.
no. But no one tells you have to wear a very specific bra because it's so tight and thin that you can just see nipples. Like the outline of them are very clear, and it was like a big problem on set. So
Big
we
problem.
tried pasties
Very,
you
yeah.
could see. So finally, we just had to like change the lighting so that my boobs were not being lit while my face was, because otherwise the nipples were just so distracting.
It's the worst thing.
The crew was furious.
Yeah.
They were just like a real bit out of shape about the whole thing. Well, thank you guys so much for coming on the show and talking about this. Where can we find you guys? What, like your Twitter accounts or?
And what shows can we come and see you at?
Yeah.
All of the things.
Oh, yeah. Well, we have the last comedy show on the 20th at NerdMelt, which is down on Sunset in the back of Meltdown Comics.
You can check us both out on YouTube with our names.
Okay.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy.
And I think our names are all the socials too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
You-
Very smart.
You like
across the
YouTube,
board.
right?
I've done the YouTube.
Yeah.
You know you're old when you say the before. So I use the Facebook.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys so much for being on the
Thank
show.
Absolutely.
Thank you